Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice.
This week on Kentucky Afield, the Ohio River borders much of the state, and it's a magical place.
Strip and drag. Pretty good one.
We're just outside the city of Louisville, catching big trophy hybrid bass.
Yeah, that's a trophy hybrid.
Then, there's more than one amazing fishery in the bluegrass. The Cumberland River shouldn't be overlooked.
Here we go. Let that rod tip do the work.
It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
Such a pretty fish.
Beautiful.
This pond is plumb loaded with frogs.
They're everywhere in here. Yeah, this is a good fish right here. Really good fish.
Come here, girl. Hey, boy. That's a big rabbit.
Nice job.
Yes! Yes! My first muskie. Mercy Leo!
Yeah, look at it. It's a keeper.
Here it goes. Boom! Wow, that happened fast. Hello, and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. And this week, we found our outdoor adventure in the shadows of downtown Louisville on the banks of the Ohio River. You know, we're down here on the Ohio River. This is something you've been wanting to get me out here to do for quite some time, but man, just to have an opportunity to get down here with the right amount of flow, people don't realize this is a magical location.
It's an underutilized fishery, it really is. I spent the last 20 years down here kind of figuring it out, and I would say of all the places in Kentucky, from Cumberland to Kentucky Lake to Barren River, this would be my favorite place to come and fish.
It's really saying something because you got in all those places, but this is one of the closest ones, and it's the most unique opportunity. It's the place you like the most.
Yes.
These fish like eating, don't they?
They do.
Put a minnow out there, they're going to eat
They're
it.
going to go after it.
I know you've recently caught some fish throwing flukes and little swim baits.
Yes, there's a lot of different ways to catch them.
Well, let's go up here and give it a try. We got here a little bit early, sun's just up. We're going to catch some fish.
It's a beautiful morning.
You got a brand new 4-stroke engine on here. If you're in a boat that you're not 100% confident in that motor, you don't do that.
You can't come through there. There's no way to get up here.
It's interesting. These falls right here is the reason that the city of Louisville is located right where it's at. Cargo would come down and they would hire local people to move their gear via horse or whatever around the falls and put it back on the lower part of the river. And those people staying, they needed help, they needed lodging, they needed food. And this is the reason we have the city of Louisville is these falls right here.
It didn't become known as the Falls until around 1750. People started calling it the Falls of the Ohio. It was a series of rapids. The river falls 26 feet in 2.5 miles.
Wow.
It's the only natural obstruction on the whole length of 981 miles of the Ohio River. As long as they don't get in that current, you're probably fine. You know, I was throwing a spoon up on that shelf and letting it act, uh-oh.
What happened?
They just changed the water.
They're shutting it off, aren't they?
Oh my gosh. They just changed it.
Wow. So what are the chances?
Maybe we can go over there where that other water's coming out.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Nice. Man, those things fight so incredibly well. That thing came up and short struck me right at the boat. This is not a real big one, but man, do they fight well. And I will catch these all day long on 12-pound test. And this current, it's really about all your rod wants. Man, how much fun was that?
There's nothing like it.
Here we go. This one, thank goodness, is going to the skinny water. A little better fish than the last one. I'll tell you one thing, I'll take this and you can handle the boat. That is a rush because you know it's about to happen at any second. When they hit your line, it's just as hard as you can hold on to the rod and hope that they don't run into that current. They're so incredibly strong. Oh, you got him. It's like a pretty good fish.
I got really light line on here. He might not be as big as he's acting like.
It's a good one though. There we go. I'll tell you what, hand me your rod, you can take the boat. So what is it you got on here, Chino?
I got that Zoom 4-inch fluke.
So this is a
Yeah, a little
Zoom.
3-ounce pyramid-shaped head.
And you're throwing it on a spinning rod with what, 10-pound test or something?
Yes, uh-huh.
And that's what really makes it exciting because it will bend that rod over.
Now you're probably gonna lose a giant fish, but I like the fight of them.
You want to turn it loose or you want me to pitch it out?
Ah, pitch it out, I'm good.
All right.
Get you on another fish.
Here we go. This one may not be quite as big or he's just coming to us. Now you can't muscle them too much because they will absolutely break a line. Now, you know, the interesting thing about these is these fish will run up here to this dam like they're making a spawn run, but these fish are a hybrid species. That's why we call them hybrid bass. Hybrid species cannot reproduce, can they?
For the most part, they're not supposed to be able to do that.
So these have been stocked in either by Kentucky, Indiana, or Ohio fisheries, and I'm so thankful that they do it because they are a blast to catch. And they are good to eat. Let's get this one in the water and try to hook up again.
We're really lucky that we caught those 4 so quickly after they turned these gates off.
Man, they have almost shut it completely off.
We may go over to the big slough, fish it a little bit. I think that'd be a next option here.
That's why you come with the guide. You know option B and then C and then D. There's always a place to go to maximize your chances.
And D is what you're afraid of. That's down there at the lower dam. We can fish the side of that, but I don't know you'd stay in the boat.
Chino's got an idea and a plan here, and it's actually going to take getting out of the boat. So you can see up here, you can see water coming through, but unfortunately we can't get the boat over to that spot. And there's this hole of water over there that's going to hold some fish, but it's going to require us to beach the boat, grab a rod or reel or two and some tackle and walk the edge down to get to that pool of water. That's what we're going to attempt to do. You know, when they cut the dam off on you, you have to find that water that's holding the fish, and it's moving water. You know, Chino, when you're in a boat and you see somebody on the bank fishing, you always want to be on the bank. And when you're on the bank fishing, you see somebody fishing out of the boat, you always want to be in the boat.
Isn't that the truth?
So today, we fished when the fishing was good, we was in the boat. Now, we're going to go give this a shot.
I'm still calling foul on the Corps of Engineers.
Here we go.
You got one?
Yeah. Strip and drag. Pretty good one. I can't pick up the line.
If there's any way we can get you walking over there,
He's going upstream right now.
and you jump across that, there you go.
Here he comes. Now it doesn't get much more exciting than that right there. I don't have a tape measure, but that one's really close to what's considered trophy length.
Yeah, that's a trophy hybrid.
You can't beat
On your
that.
first long, decent cast from the right position.
I wasn't too sure we were going to get that thing to the bank.
That's a great job, my friend.
Awesome. Well, let's get him back in here and get him loose.
I want to see you hook another one up, man. I see him. What is it?
I don't know. I think it's a drum. When you can read a river and you know where the fish are probably stacked, it's not one species of fish, it's everything.
You foul hooked him.
Sure enough, got hooked in the back. There's so many fish sitting in there, all you gotta do is get your bait anywhere near there and you just catch one. I'll tell you what, you foul hook one of those things trying to pull it through that water, that's a ride.
You thought you had Moby Dick.
Tino, is that a fish? I thought you was hung.
First cast.
Look at that. This is awesome.
Think they're not hungry today?
You know what? When the river conditions are not perfect, you just go to the next most perfect spot on the river and try to catch them.
They give you lemons, you make lemonade. Your turn.
Fish on! Woohoo! If you ever caught a white bass, you know exactly how strong they can fight. Well, a hybrid is even stronger and bigger.
They're not going to go down in skinny water. They have nowhere to go, so they're going to stay up high and they're just going to run.
And man, you got to worry about your line. You got to run them down the bank. There's so much involved to come in here and catch one of these, and that's what makes it so incredibly exciting.
Come on, let's go catch a few more.
Fish on?
Yep.
I'm gonna make my way over there and get your net. There you go. Look at that. That is bigger than your last one.
That is bigger than the last one. He just hammered it. There's no doubt about it when they're on there. And then it's trying to drag them through that current, try to walk them down here and drag them up on the beach.
You know, the crazy thing is, this sounds silly, but if you really like to fish, as you progress in fishing, it's all about the bigger the challenge. You go to smaller line, you go to bigger species of fish. Catching fish in this type of current from the bank where you got to run the bank and find a spot to pull them in, it just adds to the excitement.
It keeps it interesting.
Wrong way, buddy. That way.
Oh yeah, that's home. I'm headed home.
Out of here. So here today with John Macgregor, and everyone knows you as our state herpetologist. If a person sees a snake on the water, they immediately think it's cottonmouth.
Cottonmouths in Kentucky are fairly rare. They're only out in the western part of the state, and they are mostly in big forested swamps.
But there are some snakes that are really good at imitating venomous snakes.
It's a way to bluff your way out of trouble.
Give me some examples of snakes that are misidentified as cottonmouths.
Any kind of water snake, northern water snake or common water snake, diamondback water snake especially, they get as big as your arm. A copperbelly water snake, rat snakes, because they rear up and they open their mouth. Hognose snakes, because when you walk up on a hognose snake, it flattens out its neck and hisses and opens up its mouth. This is a common water snake.
Okay.
And these are all across Kentucky. Probably every pond in the state has them.
You just look at the overall color of this snake. It's got the right colors.
Musk.
It's got the right color to be misidentified as a copperhead.
Yeah,
Right.
it's kind of copperhead looking. But you know, on a copperhead, see these dark cross bands? On a copperhead, they're wide on the side. So if you're looking at a copperhead, it looks like it's got a row of Hershey's Kisses.
Gotcha. What is the best way to identify a cottonmouth from a common water snake?
And a normal way of swimming, a cottonmouth will be floating on the surface. He'll have his head up above the water. And all the water snakes will swim normally with their head flat on the surface, and their body is mostly underwater. If you go toward it and it goes in the water, it's probably harmless. I mean, a cottonmouth will pretty much stand its ground because cottonmouths they're slow and they're chunky, and it's easier to throw that mouth open and try to bluff somebody.
Well, thanks again. I appreciate you coming in and showing us this
Always
snake
wanted to
and
do that.
giving us an education.
Sorry about the snake musk on your
Oh,
table.
that's okay. We'll wipe that up. The Cumberland River below Wolf Creek Dam is a world-class trout fishery, and there's more ways to catch them than just a fly rod.
Don't let the trailer get your feet wet.
What do we have the opportunity to catch today?
Well, the river's endless. You know, there's walleye, stripers, brown trout, rainbow trout, brook trout, white bass, crappie.
really
Really,
do.
yeah, you
Oh,
really
wow.
never know what you're going to catch, to be honest with you.
Okay. And this rig you're throwing, how much weight are we throwing here?
I'm going to start out with a 3/8.
Okay.
It depends on the current. You know, it's just a basic Carolina rig. And then I use a number 4 Aberdeen crappie hook.
Okay.
Just a simple little hook. We just take a little dead shad, you hook it right through the eye. But you really want to wait until the boat starts drifting back.
Okay.
If you make it cast too quick, the boat will hesitate and your bait will just come right underneath the boat.
I got you.
Kind of like wait on the boat to start going back just like you done.
Here we go.
There you go. Good
We
job.
got here. Let that rod tip do the work.
Yep,
So
let
don't
the rod tip do the work.
Pull that fish out. We got a rainbow.
That'd be a good eating size there.
Yeah, it is. Look at there. Pretty fish.
Beautiful fish. Yep.
You've been catching these up to 10 pounds.
Up to 10 pounds, yep.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable, really.
It is. That's
Yep.
a pretty fish. I mean, the dinner bell is ringing for these fish right now. And they just bounce and fight so well.
Yeah.
You got
Double.
one too, huh?
Yeah. I know, maybe we both got the same fish.
Oh,
That's a hungry fish right there.
yes, he was. He's like, hey, wait a minute. I'm hooked, but I'm still going to have lunch.
That one's probably too big to keep if you wanted to. You can't keep a rainbow between 15 and 20.
Okay, so there's a slot limit
Yep,
here.
and that one's definitely over 15.
Yeah, nice fish though.
Sure is. Big ones are in the first 100 foot right up there.
Oh, really?
Yep. Not always, but that's where majority of the biggest trout are. Oh,
It might be a lot bigger fish. This thing's getting serious.
yep. They don't wear out quick. Lord have mercy, what a fish.
It is a good fish. Oh, wow, what a pretty fish.
Yeah. It's a male, got the big old hook on it. There you go.
Look
Thank
at
you,
this.
Lord. If you want to get him up in here.
What a pretty fish.
Yeah, gorgeous.
So, you got
Almost 22.
almost 22
Yep.
inches.
8 pound.
8 pounds. So, they're so thick. I mean, you look across the back, I mean,
They are. Yeah.
They're just hauling weight everywhere, all the way out here on the end of its tail. That
Yeah.
fish has got weight.
Yeah, it is.
Just a beautiful fish.
Sure is.
How old do you think that fish is?
You know, I really don't know. I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know. Wasn't put in this spring, I guarantee. Grow up. Uh-oh.
Here we go. This is a little bit better fish. This fish with the weight it's got is probably only 2 pound fish or so, but
He might be a little bigger than 2 pound.
sometimes they grow when they get closer to the boat. And when they get off, they get a lot bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
What a pretty fish. Look at that joker.
Beautiful.
That fish there is 25, 26 inches, isn't it?
He's a long one. 5 pound.
5 pounds.
Yep. He's just skinny.
Yeah, he is. You can see the color in that fish. They're just such a pretty, beautiful fish.
They
Way
are.
they're spotted up.
Beautiful.
Nice
He's so
fish.
skinny, I'd say he's not been up here very long. Fish that stay up here close to the dam very long, they really bulk up.
But he runs right back up there and gets him a snack.
I'd say so.
Come on now. Here we go. Here we go. Now this is a little better fish.
Yep.
You never know what you're gonna get in the
Yeah.
river. And it's such an interesting fight because you got a little bitty Aberdeen silver hook. I mean, a lot of times on 8 pound tests, if I'm bluegill crappie fishing one of these, you can literally pull it straight.
You can.
So you got to be so careful with a fish like this.
Yep.
You can't get in a hurry.
Just about like fly fishing.
Yep. Here he comes.
Starting to shake his head.
It's a
Big brown.
It's a big brown. I don't think it's as big as the one you caught, but it's probably, see him out there?
Yeah, he's a
It's
nice
probably a 5 or 6 pounder. Try to get him coming back this way.
one. Beautiful.
There you go. What a pretty fish. Wow. So I will tell you, that is the biggest brown trout I've ever caught.
He'll weigh more than your rainbow did. because he's so fat. Yep, 6.
So, wow. what a pretty fish.
Gorgeous.
So this is what you come down here for. Like I said, I've been down here with you for a couple hours now, and I've caught the biggest rainbow and the biggest brown I've ever caught. And you caught a bigger brown than this one. And man, they sure fight. And they
Yes,
just
they do.
keep their weight
Yep.
so far down in their tail, and it's just such a thick, beautiful fish.
They're super healthy.
Let's get this joker back in.
Let's get
What
her
do you
back
think?
in.
All right. What do you got here, Lance? This is like a pretty good fish.
Look like a good sized rainbow.
There you go. What a nice fish. That's a good one there.
Beauty.
Wow, that's a good fish. What a pretty fish. I just can't thank you enough for this opportunity and
You're
think
welcome,
that
buddy.
this is out here. What a resource.
See how long she is. 20 inches.
Look at that rainbow.
Wow.
That's a good fish right
Sure is. That's probably the longest one we caught.
Wow. What a fish. What a pretty, beautiful.
Nope, just about 20.
Yeah. The first one you had was probably our biggest, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. Grow up, buddy.
There's a whole lot of factors at play here. First, the water has to be right,
Yeah,
because this water can change very, very quickly, can't it?
can. They posted on the app and their website the generation schedule for the next day, but it says, you know, it can change at any time, so you can't always go by just what it says.
I would highly recommend, if someone wanted to come down here and give this a try, to come down and to see exactly how to handle this and make sure that you're going about it safely, because as with any moving water, big water like this can eat you up pretty good, couldn't it?
Yes, you definitely, which it is the law, but you definitely want to wear a life jacket down here.
And you're wearing a waist vest, and people are saying, "Hey, where's his life jacket?" You're wearing one. You wouldn't dare be caught out on this water without one.
No,
would
I
you?
would not. I mainly fish down here February, March, and April. The way I like to fish, the best fishing is when they've been generating 24/7.
Okay.
You know,
And
when
that's
they
what we got right now. And how many generators does it take to be able to do this?
2 or more.
2 or more.
Yep.
And today we got 5.
Got 5, so it's perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Let's go run back up.
Let's do it. Now let's check in and see who else has been out having fun in this week's Ones That Didn't Get Away. Here we have a familiar face. This is Ricky Shank, who caught a nice largemouth bass at his family farm in Butler County. Nice job. Check out these two kids having fun. Here we have Christopher and Alexander Thompson, and they went fishing at the local farm pond. Nice job, boys. Check out this happy smile by Eden Bagley. She's 10 years old and she caught her very first largemouth bass ever. Nice job. Here we have a nice bass that was caught from a farm pond in Oldham County by Jillian Bohannon. Nice fish. Check out this nice bass caught by 12-year-old Kenneth Chisley in Scott County. Said it's the biggest bass he's ever caught. Nice fish. Eldon Stennett took this nice mature tom turkey from Franklin County, Kentucky. Nice turkey. Here we have brothers Landon and Wyatt as they spend some good family fun on a pond bank in Hart County catching fish. Nice job. Here we have Mark Murphy with a really nice rock bass that he caught while kayak fishing in the Green River. Nice job. Here we have a beautiful mature gobbler taken by Colin Salyers. This bird was taken in Casey County, Kentucky. Nice job. Here's a cool picture. It's always nice when you get a double with father and son. Forrest and Tony Cooper got this double in Hardin County. Nice job. 3-year-old Andrew Dusing's getting a jump start on bass fishing. He caught his very first fish at a neighborhood farm pond in Kenton County. Nice job. Here we have a really nice blue catfish caught by Brandon Nestler. This fish was caught in Jefferson County. Congratulations. From all of us here at Kentucky Afield, we want to wish you a wonderful Memorial Day, especially to all of our veterans. And remember, hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Until next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.
More Kentucky Afield is available at your fingertips. Whether by smartphone or desktop, you'll find extra tips, photos, even behind-the-scenes video on our social media pages. Join the conversation and stay in the woods or on the water longer when you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Simply search Kentucky Afield on your favorite app.